All right, folks. Welcome back to Adobe Live. How are you guys this morning? There are so many people in chat. You guys are wonderful. Welcome in, Ferry and Michelle, Alexander, Harriet. It's good to see you. Steve, Ring King is back. It's good to see you. RB, Daxa, Sean. Is it Kelly or Kylie? Kaylee? You'll have to correct me on that. I want to make sure I say everybody's name right. Jennifer Cowell, it's good to see you, and Ron, Biola, welcome in everybody to another Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. I'm super excited for this one because this is one of those that we've been doing like spooky themes and prepping kind of scary projects because it's October. But this is one of those that's really truly like you can do a scary thing for this, but you can also design yourself a business card, basically, because that is what we're working on today. I'm very excited. Also, my name is Voodoo Val. Just in case there are any unfamiliar faces in the chat. And if you are wondering who I am greeting this morning, who I'm saying hello to, like Lenny Jones and Ted and Christina and Roseanne and Tatiana and Anthony, all of these wonderful people are over in the chat on Behance. So if you go to behance.net/live, that is where the party's happening, so to speak. And I hope everyone can hear me and see me loud and clear. I think it definitely is up. I know we had some hiccups with YouTube yesterday, so I want to make sure that you folks can see the stream and all that good stuff. Robert, it's good to see you again. And Osman, welcome in. All right, so what I'd like to do real quick is I am going to actually pull up the landing page with all the info and all that good stuff about the Photoshop challenge. I'm going to show you how you can get involved. We're going to dive into the Discord a little bit, and then I am going to jump into the challenge. So if you pop over here, this is behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. And you'll know you're in the right place if you see the October 26th to November 6th thing here. The date time frame basically says like this is the 2 weeks that we are working on instead of if you scroll way down here, you can see all of these other challenges are also available for you to review that have happened in the past, and they have other dates and things. So make sure you're in the right spot. You can scroll down here and you can register for the challenge so you get notifications when we go live with these. You can read the 1 through 4 on how does it work, basically telling you that every day we are going to release a challenge to you. So we have done creating an inspiration board using artboards and things in Photoshop, and kind of utilizing a lot of the free resources and things that were debuted at Max. We did designing a logo where we looked at the pen tool and shape tool and kind of went over a lot of the new properties and features with the shape tools that were released. We did aging a photo where we actually jumped into Lightroom and Photoshop just to kind of edit a photo briefly, and then we turned it into kind of gave it a filter like it had been taken with a disposable camera, which was kind of cool. And we're going to come back to that one later because we're going to add something spooky to it next week, which I'm excited about. And then today we're designing a business card. So all of our challenges are also themed around the Monster Hunter theme. So I am kind of trying to build a narrative in my own head about all the things that we are designing and how they correspond to our theme. You do not need to follow this theme at all. If you're not really into that sort of thing, you can just work on all of these projects either as practice or implement some of the techniques in like private projects or client projects or whatever. But I have been keeping in mind my Monster Hunter persona, and so today I'm going to be designing a business card, actually not for just a Monster Hunter, but if I was a Monster Hunter, like if I got hired to fight the paranormal, what would my business card look like? So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm really excited about it. Did you use neurofilters yesterday? We did not use neurofilters yesterday. Yesterday we did replace sky, which was really cool. We are, however, using neurofilters next week. That is definitely happening. In fact, we have an entire challenge next week dedicated to neurofilters, and it is terrifying, and I'm very excited to show it to you. So let's also jump over to the Discord. So if you haven't joined our Discord yet, this is the link. It's bit.ly/PS Discord. You want to make sure that P and S are capitalized so that you can get to the proper place. And I'm going to dive into the Discord right now and take a look at some of your submissions. So let me pop over here. Ta-da! So I am currently in the current challenge tab right now. And I've got this one from D here. So this is D's image that Dee's using. And then this is the changed photo, and it does in fact look, basically what we did was we tried to make it look like we were taking a photo, take a, one photo, make it look like it had been photographed with a disposable camera. So we have like the, the date in the bottom, we've got some noise over it, and it's a little blurry, things like that. Here's another one from Mark. I got that tilt shift going in there, which is really cool. You got your glowy date in the corner. I like it. This is, is this a real place? I don't know. I don't know if this is a composite or if it's a real place, but if it's a real place, I need to go to there. like, like ASAP. This is cool. This is awesome. But yeah, I love what you've done here as well, so we can kind of like see the castle in stark clarity, and then around the edges, I noticed that you have also added a blur, which is neat. Rosario has got their colors in here and all of their fonts and stuff for the first challenge for making a mood board, and all the images and everything. Mount St. Michael, that's a real place. That's amazing. Wow. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like this is where Cersei Lannister lives, and I dig it. Let's see. Okay, here. This is really cool too. So this is aging a photo, and as seen by Jules, didn't really go with the theme of the Monster Hunter, but it's still really neat. So now we can see like how these are applied in different situations. So she has taken this photo of these lovely ladies, kind of looking, it looks like almost like they're looking a little distressed at this newspaper, and then kind of this more I guess dramatic, kind of gloomy, aged version of it. And I think it looks good. I think you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. Now, let me see if I can scroll up and check out another few, and then we're going to jump into the project and challenge we have for today. So Professor Liz, I like this a lot. And I don't know exactly what it is about it that is my favorite, but it's like everything, I don't know if you sharpened it after you added the blur or what, but it's like everything right here is super crispy and everything around the edges is blurry, but it's like the right amount of all of it. So my eyes go directly right here. It's like instantly, and I don't like the other stuff in the picture is great, but like it leads my eyes directly to the center, which I don't know if that's what you were intending to do, but when we take these images next week and we start adding spooks to them, this is going to be perfect because you have like a center stage perfect place to put your spooky character next week, and I'm loving it. So well done. And this is cool. Ron aged the Mount Rushmore image. This is great. This is dope. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh, and he's got Mount Rushmore September 2016. He's got like a little calligraphy tagline down here, which is awesome. This is a very aged photo. This is this is a photo from another time. I love this. Very well done. Yeah, that forest definitely looks magical, Christina. I love it. Great blurring. Yeah, very well done. I love it. So very well done. This is super cool. This is very saturated, but I also kind of love it because this is like in motion. I feel almost like I'm riding in a car and I'm just like zooming down this street. And this is from Madi. But that's all I'm going to look at on the stream today, because we do need to make sure we have time to actually do our challenge. So I'm going to dive into Photoshop real quick, and the first thing I'm going to do is remind you that you can all actually jump into the starter file with me let's see. Oh, this needs to be refreshed. Sorry. I was like, where's the challenge? Where's the new challenge? Um, if you want to jump into the starter file with me and create alongside this broadcast, all you have to do is hit this get started button right here. And if you need to come back later and watch the video, you can do that as well. So I'm going to page down on these, and this is my starter file right here. Now I have created like a little business card template for you that has a safe zone and a bleed zone so that you can actually design a real business card if you like, and make sure that you're not getting things too close to the edges. The thing about designing business cards, and this is a mistake that I have made in my own business card design before, with business cards that I actually spent money to print because I did not know, and that is you need to leave room around the edges for a lot of different reasons. When you create, I'm going to actually grab my stylus here because I'm going to make some notes, and I'm just going to like talk to you about this for a second with my handy dandy pen. So when you create a business card, you usually have like, you know, and this is actually something that I really like to do while I am creating, is I will come in and sketch if I can. I don't know why my brush is not showing up at the moment. Hello? Okay, oh, this is, the group is turned down. Here we go. There we go. So what I like to do when I am going to create a business card is I actually sketch. So I'm like, okay, I want like my logo like right here, front and center on this card. I'm going to do like a minimalist design today. So my Voodoo Val logo will be here. I want to have a tagline that's a little bit sinister because this is a business card for me if I was a monster hunter. So I want to do something clever. So I'm going to have like a I'm gonna have like a tagline of sorts, like right underneath this. Maybe I will kind of bump this down to like right here. Maybe I will also move this like right there. And I don't think I want anything else other than that, though I am going to show how we can go along and put more stuff onto a business card, doing some text lockups and stuff. But if you're going to be adding a lot of different elements, you really want those elements, like say you wanted to do like some kind of motif in the corner, and it like looks a little something like this, like maybe you have some kind of design or something. You don't want to put this design all the way to the end of your actual design file, because that means that most of this is going to be cut off once you send it to printers and they start cutting your cards. And you also don't really want to put it to the very, very corner of this one here, because this is like a safe zone. In my head, I don't put it up here in the bleed. I don't typically put tons of stuff overlapping in the safe zone either. I kind of hover it just on the cusp, because depending on who you're getting your cards printed, you could still lose some details there, or things could be really smushed up against the corner, depending on how close into that safe zone they're going to cut. So you kind of want to, you know, anything in this white box here, that's kind of where you want to start designing. So keep that in mind while you're creating what you are creating. And now I'm going to turn this on a lower opacity, and I am going to start creating kind of the background and then drag in my my files. So let's see what we can cook up here. I am gonna make this like a matte black card, I think. I want this to be like matte, and I think I'm gonna do, let me see if I can jump into my libraries and maybe grab some textures. I'm gonna go into, I have like some other DCC library. Yeah, here we go. I'm sure you guys are all like, whoa, a noise texture. When does Voodoo Val use noise textures? When has she ever used this exact noise texture ever before? It's all so new to me. Um, but I like it. So I'm going to make like I kind of just want this to look like a dark card, like a piece of like dark card paper. Actually, I think there was one up here that looked pretty darn good. Let's do multiply for this, because it's not like totally black, but it still has, you know, like some worn places, some worn edges. That is pretty cool. Now I'm also kind of, I'm gonna put my guides up here. I'm also kind of keeping these in mind so I can just think about this. I think actually finally accidentally turned on those other sketch layers from before. Let me go ahead and hide those. All right, so I've got my texture in the back, and then I want to throw in my logo. So I'm gonna grab my logos that I actually created for one of the previous challenges this week, and I don't know which one of these I like the most. I just think they look neat, and I'm probably going to choose this one with the V in it because that one I feel like is the most relevant. Let me convert this to a smart object. And they're not all together. I wonder why that is. There we go. Huh. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I don't recommend this, but since we're kind of like crunching on time and I don't want to parse through every single one of these files, I am going to convert this to a smart object, all of these. I'm going to grab my selection tool and I'm going to duplicate this and then convert that into a smart object and drag it to my other file. There we go. So I have my Voodoo Val. It's kind of like a weird seeing eye almost. I don't know. I think it looks neat. And I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to maybe, I think, turn, not the opacity, I think maybe I'm going to turn this to a white for now so that I can see it. I like that. Make it a little bit smaller, boom. And then we're gonna play with some text. And if we have time, what time is it right now? Ooh, we could probably also add like a gold leaf to this. Okay, let's see. I am going to grab a font, and I like the Mason font that we were using. I'm gonna throw this Lorem Ipsum in here. I'm gonna double click that, and I'm gonna make sure it's set to the center alignment. I'm gonna put it on white for now. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to type in Mason because that is my font that I added into the inspirational board that I had. And I could also use Montserrat still. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll use Montserrat. And then if I hate it, I can turn it. I can change it. Because I don't know how you guys feel about Montserrat, but I'm like addicted to it. I love it very much. So I want to come up with like a cool tagline here, and then we're going to jump into the character panel and show how we can like really kind of change up a font to be a little bit different than it maybe is regularly to kind of make a project look super cool. So I am going to say I like to do taglines that are just like single words. So we could do like, we could go like the Jim Butcher route here. We could say like, I'm gonna do this in caps. Bounty Hunter. Let me put like a line here. Bounty Hunter. What's another thing? Bounty Hunter, we could say, witch. If I can spell witch, right? And then we could just say, no birthday parties. Just in case somebody gets a hold of this business card, and they're like, oh, cool. I think this is neat, and I want to call this person is like a witch, like you call like a witch for like a party or something. So we could do like the no birthday parties, just so everybody knows I'm serious about my job, and I don't think it's funny when people call me and ask me to entertain for like an 8-year-old's party. Maybe I should spell parties right, you know. Bounty Hunter, witch, no birthday parties. I'm actually going to just space this out instead of putting these lines. And what I want to do is, ooh, maybe we'll put periods. There we go. I like that. That's cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to kind of highlight all of this, and I'm going to open up my character panel. So if you have never seen the, if you've never seen the characters panel, you don't have it open, you can always go to Window and then select characters. And here, this is really cool. So from this panel, I can actually, I'm gonna highlight all of this. I can actually change the font size of all of my stuff. Or this is actually the if I had another line here, it would change the distance. So for example, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit enter. So if I wanted to change the distance between these to like a 20 or a 30 distance, you can change the distance between the two lines in that way, which is kind of cool. I can come in and I can change the font size if I want to something larger, but I'm going to keep it pretty small. I can come in here and I can change the distance between each individual character. If so, for those of you who are doing like different lookups, I actually like it closer together like this, so that I feel like I have more room. But if you are doing a different kind of project and maybe you want like 200 point space in between all of that. In fact, I might actually do like with a lot of space between it, because I kind of like what that is like. So I wonder if I just did bounty hunter, no birthday parties, that would probably work. And then I'll turn it down to like a 100 maybe. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. And then I can also come in, and this is, I don't recommend that you do this, honestly, but you can also come in and you can start like stretching your font, and it doesn't really look that great, but if for whatever reason you need that function, you can do it. I'm going to keep it back at 100%. You can change the placement of your text on each line that you are typing on it, which is really cool. And you can also come in and do a lot of really interesting indents and things. I won't get into all of that right now because we are very limited on time. But yeah, I'm just going to, I think I'm going to leave it at this. Bounty hunter, no birthday parties. And then what I'm going to do right quick is I am going to grab like all of the things that I use to make a background here, and I'm going to group it together. I'm going to turn it into, let's turn it into a smart object. I'm gonna hit C on my keyboard to crop, and I'm gonna drag this down here. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. I've got limited time, so what I actually want to do is, let me grab this, and I'm gonna just put these all on a clipping mask to the shape of the background, so that there's no strange overlap. There we go. And then I'll crop, and I'm using the crop to just make a bigger background, because I'm gonna make a couple of versions of this. I have like 2 or 3 minutes left, but I'm still gonna go for it. I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna drag this down, so I just have another card. And then I'm just like simply on the very back of this, I am going to put a phone number, and I'm gonna do that like so. I'm just gonna put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 0. And just to, to add a little bit to the back of this, so that when you look at my birthday card, you see when you look at my business card, you will see like my tagline, my logo only, and then just a place where you can call me. And I don't really have more than that, because I'm way too cool. I'm way too awesome to have any more than that. I'm gonna put like a 500 point here, because I want these kind of like spread out. I just want this simply on the back. And then what do we have any time? I think we have like 1 minute, and I don't know if I have a metal, like a gold texture or not. I don't think so. But if I had the time, I think I would also do like a little like a see if I can make it look like gold leaf. That would be kind of neat. So it's like kind of embossed, and there's like a nice gold shine. But it's very, very simple. And so I would probably like kind of mess with the orientation, maybe put a border. But this was mostly focusing on text today, so we don't make it look 100% perfect, but that's what I would hand people if I was a bounty hunter. I'd just be like, here you go, and they'd be like, this is really weird. You have like a giant, like a really thick cardstock matte black card. It's only got a phone number on it, and what does bounty hunter mean? It's 2020. And I'd be like, I fight monsters, and that would be it. So thank you all for joining me today. I can't wait to see what your bounty hunter business cards look like, your monster hunter business cards. That is all the time I've got for today, but it has been an absolute blast, and I will see you next week for some more epic tutorials and challenges. Much love, everyone. I adore all of you, and I will see you next time.